Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself, Putri Dini Retno Pratiwi, a representative from our group, namely Marlinda Indah Eka Budiarti, Irna Rusani, Sarina L. Luturmas, Putri Dini Retno Pratiwi, Supriyadi, and Faisal Eka Mahendra from Universitas Muhammadiyah Sorong by title Student Problem Solving Ability in Solving PISA-Oriented Problems Based on Gender in Junior High School. Abstract. Many studies examine student problem solving ability, but only a few examine student ability in solving PISA question with quantity content. This study uses the POLIA indicator, namely understanding the problem, making and settlement plan, carrying out the plan, and rechecking the result obtained. The purpose of the study was to describe student ability to solve PISA questions with quantity content in the term of gender difference. The method used was qualitative with data triangulation technique which collected data using test and interview methods involving 6 subjects consisting of 3 male subjects and 3 female subjects. The result of the study indicate that male students in the high category are able to fulfill all indicators but are incomplete on the indicator of understanding the problem, while female studied in the high category are able to fulfill all indicators. Male and male and female students in the moderate ability category fulfill 2 problem-solving indicator, namely understanding the problem and planning a solution. Male students in the low category are only able to fulfill one indicator, namely understanding the problem, while female students in the low category fulfill 2 indicators, namely understanding the problem and planning to solve the problem. Introduction. PISA, the Program for International Student Assessment, is a study developed by several countries in the world that are members of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which examine the ability of students in the age range of 15 years, which is carried out every 3 years and participated in by several countries, including Indonesia. PISA aims to compare in educational assessment across countries to determine student ability in their category, namely reading, math, and science. Meanwhile, according to the OECD cited in PISA tests 3 aspects, namely content, context, and competence. There are 4 categories in the content aspect, namely check and relationship, 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 relationship. Introduction. PISA, the Program for International Student Assessment, is a study developed by several countries in the world that are members of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which examines the ability of students in the age range of 15 years, which is carried out every 3 years and participated in by several country, including Indonesia. PISA aims to compare educational achievement across country to determine student ability in three categories, namely reading, math, and science. Meanwhile, according to the OECD cited in PISA tests three aspects, namely content, context, and competence. There are four categories in the content aspect, namely check and relationship, spec and shape, quantity and uncertainty, and data. In the context aspect, there are four categories, namely personal, work, general, and scientific. The competency aspect is categorized into three, namely education, connection, and reflection. In one of the four PISA content is the quantity content. Questions on quantity content are related to number, relationship, and pattern, namely the ability to understand size, number pattern, and everything related to number in everyday life, such as counting and measuring certain objects. Problems on quantity content are often used in everyday life, such as determining bank interest, calculating tax, shopping, measure distance, measuring time, and other. Therefore, it is important to present problem in quantity content because it relates to human activity. With this problem, it is hoped that it can improve their ability to solve problems that often arise in everyday life. One of the study conducted by Rusdi, Benu, and Jai stated that using Polya step can help students improve their ability to solve problems, especially in number material, by providing structure steps in solving math problems. According to Polya, there are four steps that can help students solve math problems, namely 1. Understanding the problem, 2. Making a problem-solving plan, 3. Implementing the plan, and 4. Looking back at the result obtained. Top information obtained that MTS Science Algebra is on the of the leading school in Sorong City with a student with about a variety academic ability. For this reason, researchers are, are interested in con- conducting research at the school to see the extent of the ability of students at MTS Science Algebra Sorong City in solving PISA-oriented problem on question at MTS Science Algebra Sorong City. The research subject determined by the research were class 8 students of MTS Science Algebra Kota Sorong, as many as 6 students consisting of 3 female students of class 8A and 3 male students of class 8C. The data collection techniques were written tests and interview, result and discussion. Result subject taken in the study were 6 students of class 8, namely 3 female students of class 8A and 3 male students of class 8C. Student ability to work on PISA question on quantity content can be seen based on Polya solving ability category. Based on the result of the student ability test, the ability possessed by student when solving the problem given by research is obtained. The following are the result of student work solving. The PISA test question on quantity content based on gender. Based on the result of student work and interview exchange and the stake of examining answer for subject LK1, LK2, and LK3 above can be presented as follows. Conclusion of male subject ability at the problem understanding stage, like the table below. Conclusion of male subject ability at the planning for completion stage. Conclusion of the male subject ability at the stage of implementing the solution plan. Conclusion of the male subject ability at the rechecking answer stage. Based on the interview, it can be concluded that subject PR3 can mention the information in the problem but is incomplete when reading back the information. Conclusion of female subject ability at the problem understanding stage. Interview above, it can be concluded that the PR3 subject can make a plan or set a strategy to carry out the solution and the subject is able to explain when interviewed. Conclusion of female subject ability and the planning for completion stage below. Based on the interview above, it can be concluded that the subject can carry out the solution plan based on the strategy met but is wrong, and when interviewed, the subject is unable to explain the completion process met. Conclusion of female subject ability at the stage of implementing the solution plan. Of female subject ability at the stage of rechecking answer. Conclusion. Based on the result of the study, it is concluded that the mathematical problem-solving ability of male and female subject in the Hague ability category can understand the problem, plan the solution, implement the plan, and re-examine the result. However, the male subject was complete. Conclusion. Based on the result of the study, it is concluded that the mathematical problem-solving ability of male and female subject in the high ability category can understand the problem, plan the solution, implement the plan, and the examine result. However, the male subject was incomplete on the indicator of understanding the problem. Male and female subject in the medium ability category fulfill two problem-solving indicator, namely understanding the problem and planning a solution. While in the low category, male subject only fulfill on one problem-solving indicator, namely indicator of understanding the problem. Female subject fulfill two problem-solving indicator, namely understanding the problem and planning the solution. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.